Hello, this is Bottom Feeders Incorporated. Maddie here. Today I'm playing the Attack from Mars table to try and max out the stars in the one ball challenge, which I haven't done yet. I've already maxed out the survival and 5-minute challenges. Can't guarantee I'm gonna do it, but that's what I'm working on right now. And I decided I'm not going to put up those Adventure Time videos till starting tomorrow. Sunday, new week, new start. Use my rewind. It doesn't look like it's going to help me though. Keep hitting it though. Try to max it out. I think I only need to max it out one more level for it to be maxed at 10. People have different views on the table abilities. I don't like them in tournaments, and of course there's the classic mode for scoreboards that you can use without them. But if you're on just a single player scoreboard where they're allowed like just the normal one player scoreboard, I don't see a problem with them. And I definitely don't see a problem with them in these kind of things, because rewind can help you do the one ball challenge. The score wizard power can help you with the survival in the 5-minute. Now the slow motion one, I'm not saying there isn't a use for it. I'm sure someone else could give a better idea of what that use could be, but I have no use for it. I don't. The only tables I have it maxed out on are the tables that I have everything maxed out so that I could say I've done them. They get a little blue star in the menu if you do that. If you get the trophy and have all the abilities maxed out and all your stars on the challenges. Like those tables have the slow motion maxed out, but I've never found an in-game use for it. Maybe if you're practicing, maybe if you're like having a really hard problem learning how to hit a specific shot, you could use it for that, but aiming's the least of my issues most of the time. Keeping the ball out of the drain is where I have most of my issues. Even a lot of the tables I don't score high at, I know how to score, I just can't keep the ball long enough alive or put it together well enough to do it. I really love the Zen version of this table. I mean, the Pinball arcade version was alright, but as one of my friends pointed out, it moved kind of slower. Farsight's engine was kind of slower, I think. Yeah, that's a wash. Now, if I had a maxed out rewind, I'd just restart right there completely, but you gotta use it. In fact, how close am I? Take a look in the upgrades. Yeah, it's level 9. Yeah. It's almost there. I think 14 out of 15 stars is the most I've gotten so far. It's around... So I'm almost there. I just gotta have a good run and put it together. I like one ball challenges though. Some tables they're real fun on. I remember I got a really high score in one of the Zen tournaments. They were doing the Rebels table, one ball, and you could choose your wizard power. So I had a full max to 10 rewind. And yeah, I kind of blew out some scores on there. I'm pretty sure I finished in the top 5. I don't remember exact what number it was, but... can't seem to pull off the total annihilation as often on their table. You gotta hit the 5-way combo in the right places, right order. I mean, I have pulled it off, but I could usually do it more consistently in Farsight's version of this table. It's not like Zen's version is gamey either. Like, I'm sure there's people that think that, oh, Farsight's version was slower because it's more realistic, and it's like, eh, this is smoother. It's not even faster because it's like fake physics. It's just smoother. It works smoother. But then again, I used to have problems with the Farsight Black Rose table, where the cannon didn't work right and it wouldn't load properly half the time and the ball would just bounce around it, and I haven't seen any of those issues on Zen's version of the table. Multi-ball. There's a lot of different multi-balls on this table. There's that one. You can set one off through the stroke of luck. There's the Martian multi-ball, which is only a 2-ball one. You gotta do the Attack the Martians mission to set that off. Total Annihilation. The stroke of luck also has strobe multi-ball. If you like multi-ball, there's a lot of options up on this table. I'm not huge on it because I'm not a ball saver, which is a legitimate strategy. I'm not saying it's not. This isn't a matter of saying, oh, people are playing it wrong. It's a legitimate strategy. A lot of pros will do it, where they catch the ball in the flipper, 2 of the balls, and they just will poke around with one of them. But I can't bring myself to do that. If I have 3 balls going, I have to keep them going all at the same time and try to juggle them. It's just the nature of, I don't know, it's an idiot's in it. Yeah, it's just my nature. Let's put it that way. But, because of that, on a table like this where it's really, really hard to juggle all 3 balls, it ends up becoming a weakness. So multi-ball is not something I go out of my way for. I guess the best part of multi-ball on this table for someone like me is if you're playing a regular game and you're trying to set off the attack on Mars, where you have to do all the saucer attacks to get to. Also how you get to the trophy on this table, by the way. It's helpful to have multi-ball when you get to some of the higher saucer attacks because it takes more hits. Only thing is, you can't open up the attack wave with multi-ball going. You have to open up the wall there and then set off the multi-ball. So it's only good for any one time. So it's better to save it up. Like when you're 4 or 5 sauces in and you got the door, the little gate open, then set off a multi-ball so it'll give you a few more chances to get it done. I know a lot of pros use that strategy. Except for the strobe multi-ball. The strobe multi-ball will close an open gate. You cannot attack the saucers with it. There's actually a really good video on YouTube. I think it's a Papa video, which is for the Pinball Association, where there's a guy on a real Attack from Mars table that takes you through all the different missions and modes and what you need to do. That's where I picked up using the multi-ball to open up the attack. Won't destroy a saucer when you already have that going, an attack wave going. I don't watch a lot of tutorial videos, but I do tend to watch some of the Papa tournaments and stuff, and I was watching a tournament, and it led me to that video, and Attack from Mars is probably my favorite real-life table, so I ended up just watching it for the heck of it. It was interesting. Yeah, when I say I'm into pinball, I'm into pinball. Not just playing it, but the history of it, and real-life tournaments, and... Oh, I would have thought that would have at least lit the lock. $50,000. That's the same as they'll suggest to try and save them stroke of lucks till you later on for the start attack wave, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to... There's a lot of different things that come up through stroke of luck. It's not like you get to choose exactly what comes up anyway. I'd rather just hit it and use what comes up. I'm not gonna try and not hit it hoping that later on I'll get a start attack wave when I need it. Seems like a good way to get to a point where you just get 50,000 points or something. There's the total annihilation. I love the little video screen on this guy with a flamethrower. See what I mean? I could probably score a heck of a lot more if I save the balls on the flippers, but it's just not my nature. Plus, if you can get good at any particular table at juggling those balls, you can get some high scores anyways and have some fun. Good table for that, actually, is Fishtails. It's a really good table for people like me that like to juggle multi-ball. Yeah, they just keep giving me that 50,000. Hurry up.
It will be destroyed.
Nice. Ooh. Oh, come on. This is going to be one that... Yeah. Thought I was going to get it this time. Guess not. Give it another shot. If not, I think I'll play something else for a while. I just wanted to mess around with this. think I'm gonna play some Steep. I downloaded that off PS Now. I'm not really into snowboarding games, but I'll give it a shot. Same as I don't like car games, but I've been having a lot of fun with Onrush. And just having a Now subscription, it's a lot. If I play a game and don't like it, I can quit after 10 minutes and I didn't waste money. A lot of times I don't even have to have worried about downloading it, like with a Plus game, because on Now I can just stream them. I happen to be lucky enough to have good enough internet to do that. And people put down Now and are like, yeah, it doesn't stream well. Well, I don't know, maybe depending on your internet, but if you're playing Now and it's not streaming well, I'm sure whatever Microsoft comes up with, I'm sure the Google thing that Google was doing, none of those are going to work well either. Because if you have decent internet, I stream all the time and there's hardly any difference. I think the only games that you can even really tell at all are frame-intensive games, like a fighting game like Street Fighter or something. And even there, you'd have to be a pro. I don't think most casuals or laymen are gonna really notice that much of a difference. But most games, the movement seems one-to-one. I can play Bloodborne perfectly fine streaming it. And I know that game like the back of my hand, so it's not just me missing something. Like, I know exactly how the frames in that game work. That's how you get good at it. And I haven't had that issue with it, so I know that's just an aside about my feelings on PlayStation Now. But I like it. I like Plus too. I get a lot of games. It's one way for me to be able to play a lot of games without spending all kinds of money, because not only do I not have all kinds of money, but when I do, I'd rather spend it on, like, I have to own my pinball tables. Even if that was on PlayStation Now, that wouldn't be good enough. I have to own my pinball tables. There's certain games that I prefer to own just to have games that I'll go back to. Heck, I have the Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas on this machine. They're not downloaded, but I own it. I don't know how many times I've bought those games, but I always go back to them. So it's better to just own them in some way or another. But a lot of games, it really doesn't matter. In fact, I have a couple games, like for instance, they have the BioShock collection on Now, which makes me wish I'd never bought it. And I mean, I like those games, and I played a lot of it when I bought the collection, don't get me wrong. And it wasn't the first time. I'd played through them all on the PS3 too. But if I'd known that I was eventually going to be getting into Now, it would have been better not to buy them, because it's not like if I ever get an urge to go back, I'll just go on there and stream it. I won't re-download it to my system or anything. Red, hurry up.
Well done, soldier.
Ah. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. Thank you. Have a good day.